Thanks for acknowledging this as a beautiful site. Actually, that formed a part of the brief. The client, as you all know, is one of the giants of the industry. It's an industry leader in the scope where it is. So that office which we have designed, it was required to be something which embodies what the client is all about. It should be something which embodies the beliefs and the values of the client. And it should be an office which should be lively and bright, which makes it a far more efficient space for the people to work in. So that was generically, very briefly, the ideas which the client had thrown out to us. Based on that, we developed on the ideas, and we were grateful to the client. We are grateful to the client who allowed us a free hand to design an office which, while was ticking all the boxes which they wanted, we went a couple of steps forward and did what we wanted to do. So the concept which we had was when we are talking about working for a industry leader, the kind of work which is required for the people to do is sometimes very demanding. And when you're talking about having an environment where you're talking about demanding work pressures, we actually wanted to create that a work should be like a walk in the park. And we actually took that a step forward and actually did it, in which you can see, when you see the office, it actually looks like a walk in the park.
True.
The idea was that there is a saying by this celebrated author called Alvin Toffler, that you got to think about the big things while you are doing the small things, so that all the small things go in the right direction. We were very clear that we wanted to have a very comfortable office which makes the office look like a walk in the park. So we made sure that when that big thing was clear to us, every small thing was taken care of. For example, coming to the workstations which we have here, each workstation is got its own independent garden.
Correct.
We are in Mumbai, where garden spaces is like a hyper premium. But here, each and every workstation whoever is going to be sitting has his own or her own little garden. And when you have got 450, almost 500 people having these small gardens, which is very personal, and when you put all of them together, it looks like a fabulous sea of green or different hues of green, which create a much more lively space.
Okay.
And which is actually alive. That was the idea which we were creating, and that's, I think, we have been able to achieve.
Visible.
Yes. The color selections have been also developed after a lot of thought. When we are talking about the predominant color which we wanted in the entire premises was green, because while it is the plants, the live plants which are there. So when you see at the whole premises, the predominant color at an eye level of a person working is white. And we also have a lot of splashes of color, but they are integrated very, very discreetly. So when you're seeing a table, and the table has got its edge bandings which are in a different color.
Correct.
We have 500 people almost sitting here. These also help us to make sure we identify spaces as per the color codes, as well as for wayfinding. While these colors are there, we also have integrated the structure of the building as a part of the design. The columns which are there, each columns is a resolute stand of the values of the company. So each of them embodies and has got a visual of what it symbolizes of the value of the company. That is integrated with the design. And most importantly, when a person is sitting for a significant number of hours, which he or she is working for, and when he looks up or she looks up, he doesn't see a person opposite looking at him, which is normally a conventional way of people having in workspaces where people are sitting opposite each other.
Right.
Here nobody is sitting opposite each other. They are all in a jigsaw pattern, where if I am looking in one direction, the other person is looking perpendicular to me. I must have this on record that this wouldn't have been possible without the client. It was their full and complete support in allowing us to create what we have created. So here we have got spaces which are embodying the trust which they put in us. Maybe when we were at the drawing board, when we were discussing with Vinayak, Amol and the team in Mumbai, and this was not something which was easy to come by. We had not a simple design which was made. So they had to make a lot of prototypes for this, which they did, and we had taken a client along with us to the site, to the factory at Nagpur, where Nitin and the team also had put up the prototypes. And when we approved it, and then the whole thing was one small thing which was there, and here we are talking about 60,000 square feet and 500 of these things coming. Putting the whole thing together was also a big task, and doing this all within the limited time which we had was, with our pressures and everything, was a challenge. I think they lived up to it very well, because the deliveries which happened were spot on. We had the entire installation which happened was without any challenges which could not be surmounted. There were challenges, but then we were very happy the way they were forthcoming in addressing the challenges and making sure that at the end of the day the entire installation has been done is something which is without any complaints.